Love like we say love or love at any cost. Let's do some serious talking. No, don't. This subject is red hot. There are so many in favor of love, and no one ever lost when he spoke of love. Love is the cure. Love is a many-splendid thing. Love bites. Is there anyone that has not talked about love? What is love? Is it a feeling, a virtue of creation, a mysterious power, or a strange set of words and opinions that anyone can use for their own benefit? Personally, and over the last few years, while observing the social media, I tend to believe the latter. Do not misunderstand me. Love is the solution for everything, and unfortunately that everything includes all the bullshit of the world. And as written in the Bible, love is the solution for every disease and every malady. According to the scriptural interpretation, the last word is not well clarified, leaving it open to several other meanings. But let's take it from scratch and have a look from a natural point of view. The nature's activity for my curious friends, or nature naturata for those who want to use Latin terms. Does the concept of love exist in nature? I would not say so. Starting from the smallest particle to the largest, we can see an unprecedented competition. Whatever comes into our body, as a bacterium, the blood destroys at once. The same happens in the animal kingdom. Oh, please don't speak of animal love just because your dog or cat keeps you company. Lions that are fed drink water next to the antelopes. This does not mean they love them. They rather obey the law of economy. They keep them for when they get hungry. You are quick to judge me, my friend. I never said that people should not love animals and should not take care of them. This is their obligation. What I'm saying is that both in the fauna and in the animal kingdom, I keep the human out of it. Love is not something we can easily observe. We find harmony, we find sympathy, and we find a lot. But love? Of course we made a mistake. How could we have missed that one? We took a concept from the human emotional world and implemented it on anything that moves. Wrong. That which somehow approaches the human feeling of love as an interpretation is the natural law of attraction and abortion, not love and hate, but if we want to conclude by all means concepts of our emotional world, love and repulsion are better terms. If we refer to the macrocosm, things are exactly the same. Galaxies interpenetrate without concern if there are millions of worlds in their guts. First conclusion. Love and nature, from the logic point of view, do not pair much. How about love and intellect? Again, the answer is based on the way we are looking at things. Allow me a small parenthesis. I want to clarify the difference between a virtue and a property. In cybernetics, there are levels of operation. What you decide on one level is put in action in the next one. All procedures cannot take place at the same operational level. When this practice is happening, there is confusion, and the results are unpredictable. What at one level is an idea, on the next one becomes a plan, and on the third becomes an action. The result will, therefore, always be seen at the next level, but we will look at this plan more thoroughly another time. Therefore, what is conceived in one level, let's say a thought, in the next, is stabilized. This is what the desire is doing, and the whole thing ends up being applied in the next level, like action. But basically, it is the conversion of the same thing. What at first is a virtue must become a property that, as a second-order virtue, gives expression to the next level. The original virtue becomes a property which becomes a virtue of second class, etc., in all the operating phases of a system. A virtue of God as a conclusion in the anthropomorphic system which everyone follows will become a property and in turn will create a descending range of virtue properties that will aim to apply the original virtue to the created environment. That is why the human being is actually a creator of a lower level and considers himself a child of God. The fact that he belongs to the creatures of the creation does not make him a child of God. It makes him a creation of God. Those two, child and creation, are two different things, and we must not confuse them. Therefore, all we have said about laws of attraction and abortion, of love and repulsion, of movements, etc., derived from one or maybe from some of the divine virtues. But the virtues of the deity cannot be infinite in numbers. Philosophically, we are at the beginning of the numbers, and from the one of the beginning only the two can arise. My God has two virtues, love and wisdom. Turning them into properties on the next level, created the worlds and put creation into operation. So whatever we say about morality, righteousness, kindness, charity, faith, truth, etc., are expressions of the two primal virtues on the next levels of the deity. So when we say love, what exactly do we mean? An emotion without kindness, perhaps without justice or morality, to state at least those two. Then again, if we are content just with love for love's sake, we are acting unjustly or dishonestly towards the context of a man's functions. Man is not at the upper operating level of creation and downgrades all these meanings when he uses them without understanding what they truly mean. We must understand the grading of virtues into qualities and then in expressions of existence. I do not wish to deny our good intentions, but do not forget that even the apostles of one of the most genuine children of God, Christ, not only haunted him, but also challenged him, to say the least. And if it were not for the Holy Spirit's inspiration, always according to the Scriptures, they would still be fishermen, and they had lived right next to him. In conclusion, living under the control of love is for people a pointless commandment, but living as a human being is the essence of existence.